One time someone told me I ought to write a book. They said, you ought to write a book on negotiations. In fact, you guys are familiar with the company called LG? Electronics company? They used to be Lucky Metals. But one of the junior representatives for LG called me up one day and said, would you teach me how to negotiate? I said, right, now I'm going to teach you how to negotiate so you can get promoted and you'll be the guy I'm negotiating against, right? Because I was negotiating all the commercial agreements for the company. The revenue generating contracts for the company were my responsibility. And so anyway, I had this idea after I retired, well, maybe I will sit down and write a book on negotiations. So I sat down and found out I was just a little bit too close to it. I needed a sabbatical. And but what I can assure you, it wasn't like bread flying out of a toaster, but what popped out was up and in, 7 keys to unlocking your potential. Because what I felt like doing more than anything was to write a book that would be an encouragement to people, that would help people see their potential. Knowing that I'm just an ordinary guy that's done some extraordinary things. And I have a secret sauce I'll tell you about. But about a year ago, Jeff, I realized I had never written a novel. I really like historical fiction. I like those kind of stories that you get into the life of the heart of the individual, the historical character, and you come across that aha moment that gives you that teaching principle on like a great business principle or a great life principle. That's the kind of book I like. And I said, I'm going to write a book like that. And I began doing research on characters. My idea was I was going to have a fictitious character that was going to weave in and out of the life of 3 to 5 historical characters. And I got to studying George Washington, and I realized, man, there's way too much material here. And so I changed and I just made the book about George Washington. And so what came out was the book, Visibly Struck, based on the true experiences of the life of George Washington. It's about his faith in the invisible hand of God fashioning this country, and his faith in the invisible hand of God protecting him